Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Arita. Caught me doing some research because I am heading to Puerto Rico. Listen, I'm excited. I'm actually going for CANTO's 32nd annual conference and trade exhibition. Tempo, I've been a part of it for a long time. It's my first time, so please excuse me. Let me continue my research. Thank you. Love you guys, all right? I'll see you in Puerto Rico. Adios. Bienvenido a Puerto Rico. Bienvenido a Puerto Rico. Yep, I finally made it. Welcome back. Made it to Puerto Rico here at CANTO 32nd annual conference. I'm super excited. I'm all dressed for the first event, the opening ceremony that has been sponsored by Huawei. I'm excited, you know, I'm going to learn so much and I can't wait to take you through. It's going to be amazing. So come with me. Let's go to the opening ceremony. Alright, so here is the booth where I got registered earlier. I'm on level 2 now and I'm heading to, as you know, the opening ceremony. I'm super excited for you to be with me on this journey, you know? So let's go.
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I see you doing your thing.
Yeah, I was just actually telling the Temple family, you know, they were there with me in New Jersey and now they're here with me in Puerto Rico, and I was just telling about registration and how smooth it ran.
Right.
And now going to the opening ceremony that is sponsored by Huawei. How are you?
I'm
You
good.
look sharp.
Well, you know, I try. And how about yourself? You look like you are ready for the runway as usual.
Well, I try.
Yeah, well, welcome though. Welcome to
Thank you.
Puerto Rico.
Bienvenido a Puerto
yeah,
Rico.
indeed. It's a great place. It's your first time here too, right?
It's my first time
Okay.
at CANTO and it's my first time in Puerto
So
Rico.
you're like completely a first timer.
Oh yeah, I've been taking so much photos, you know, like a real tourist.
That's great. Well, I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you took my invitation.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Indeed. And tonight is the opening ceremony. We're on our way. I think we're suitably dressed.
Oh, great.
Tempo
See, I was
in the
well
building.
prepared.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you know, this is where all the dignitaries get the opportunity to say why they're here, to let the delegates know that coming together to talk technology and ICT is a critical topic. You know,
Right.
And it's going to be fun.
Right.
There's cultural presentations, so Puerto Rico actually get to show you what they're about as well. So it goes from island to island in different Caribbean countries because of the importance of that regional aspect. You know,
Right.
so tonight you're going to hear all about it,
Okay.
and then over the next couple of days you're going to meet some really fantastic people. Teresa, this is her
Juan.
first. This is actually her first
CANTO.
CANTO as Secretary General. I want to say congratulations.
exciting.
Yeah, she's been a part of the CANTO team for a long time, leading the organization, but now she's actually at the top of the organization. You'll also meet Julian Wilkins, who
Right.
is the chairman. You'll meet some of the past leadership. I want you to look out for my good friend Leon Williams. Yeah, he's currently the CEO, well, he's been CEO of the Bahamas Telecom Corporation, which is one of the members of CANTO.
Okay.
So you're going to meet a lot of great people.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. And so have a great time. I know that from the artist perspective, you should really sort of dive in to see how content, entertainment comes together with technology.
Okay,
You know, and ask a lot of questions about that.
I will do.
Right.
Believe me.
Right, because Tempo is, as you know, about content creation and bringing forth our entertainment and music and culture and everything. And I'm even thinking that next year we might actually do some major things here at the conference.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm relying on you. I'm relying on you to, it's your first time, but I have a particular goal for you.
Okay.
You're going to come out of this conference and you're going to advise me
Okay.
as to how to participate next year. Deal?
No problem. We are going to do that, all right? So keep it locked here on Tempo, because both of us, right? Tempo audience and myself, we're going to figure it out. So hit up us on social media at Tempo Networks and Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of them, and let me know, you know, at the end of this, how we can
Well,
advise Mr. Morton as to what we can do next year.
I hope you have a great time, and let's go check out the opening ceremony.
Yeah.
as I welcome you to the 32nd Annual Conference and Trade Exhibition of CANTO, being held this year under the theme, Building an Ecosystem for Entrepreneurship Through Sustainable Strategic Partnerships. Thank you very much, partners, for joining us for this program.
It is with a great sense of joy that I welcome you to this CANTO 2016 conference, our edition of Inspiring ICT Innovations, Building an Ecosystem Through Sustainable Strategic Partnerships. We have chosen a venue that guarantees a successful conference, cutting-edge technology showcase, and ample networking opportunities amid the culture, cuisine, and scenery of Puerto Rico. Over the next 4 days, you will experience a program that is rich and varied, with 2 feature addresses, 5 keynote, 2 ministerial panels, 3 capacity building workshops, and over 20 industry experts speaking to you. Our technology showcase will feature over 50 exhibits, allowing you to touch and explore the latest technologies in the industry. Our second annual hackathon complements our trade exhibition and our conference session. Let us take these perfect conditions, ladies and gentlemen, and create the perfect partnerships for taking this region forward.
As an organization, we have set ourselves the task of inspiring ICT innovations. The reason for this is that with innovation comes the building of entrepreneurship and through sustainable partnerships. So let's explore, dream, and discover over the next few days at this conference and exhibition. I wish you all a productive and enjoyable CANTO 2016. Thank you, and God bless.
This year, we want to touch something new, something bring us steps forward on how to utilize the infrastructure and the information to build a safer and smarter nation.
La que en mi pecho reposa como una blanca gaviota que duerme tras espuma. En ella meció mi cuna, en ella meció mi cuna, mi madre con grandes velos. Y yo nací en este suelo, en mi patria tan querida, y te diré toda la vida, Borinque, en cuanto te quiero. Canta alegre el ruiseñor.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll join me in just commending this CANTO Secretariat for what has been really a successful opening ceremony. Again, from CANTO, thank you so much for being a part of our opening ceremony for CANTO 2016.
CANTO 32nd Annual. And make sure I see you on Demo Day for CANTO Code 2.0 second year hackathon. It's going down.
Hey Temple family, it's Agila Rita. You already know where we are. I told you we're going to be in Puerto Rico. Yes, we are here for the massive event every year, CANTO, celebrating 32 years. Happy birthday, CANTO. Alright, so sitting next to me is the CEO of Huawei. Sorry, you know in the Caribbean we say Huawei, but it's Huawei. The CEO of Huawei in the Caribbean, Mr. Stephen Ma. How are you?
Very good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. You gave a marvelous speech. I've learned a number of things about the product. My first phone, actually, my first smartphone was a Huawei, and I'm happy to see how much it has upgraded. This watch I'm wearing is actually a Huawei watch. So congratulations.
So do I, actually.
That.
So do I.
It's nice. So congratulations on that. Now I know you've been partnering with CANTO for a number of years, and you have been the headline sponsor for 2 consecutive years. Right? Tell us, why, or what's your main reason for partnering with CANTO?
first thing first, I would say we'll be the highline sponsor for the coming years as well. And I think first one is that we've been operating in the whole Caribbean area for more than 10 years.
Right.
As I mentioned in the first beginning, indeed I feel like a home. So this is my home market. It's modern business. I want to do something modern business. I want to return something to locals. And second, as I mentioned, it's always modern business. It's globalization. I don't want to leave anything as isolated from this whole information society, from the whole world.
Right. And you mentioned in your speech that you're focusing, you have a main objective from this year to 2020, which is a safer and smarter nation. Can you please explain us a little more to the Temple family?
If we are looking at the world map of public safety, we'll notice the difference. In some of the regions, the public safety moved to the cybersecurity. But I have to say, sadly, in Latin American region, there's still a lot of street violence. Thus, we are focusing on the safe nation to protect people, to give people a better environment to live, to work, to travel. As I mentioned, to attract investment in the nation. I think that's the first step. Second step is about efficiency and economic development. We want the local countries, local nations to have a higher efficiency, to break the silos from department to department. That's our idea of how to utilize in the best way to build a smart nation.
Right. Temple is actually celebrating 10 years as well, you know, and we have a slogan for the past 10 years, badness out of style. So it's kind of like in collaboration, a safer nation, so badness out of style. So definitely, Huawei and Temple could definitely do something in the future for the smarter nation.
I think that's exactly like you mentioned the word collaboration.
Yep.
Today is a word of collaboration. We just mentioned as a global supplier, we do business everywhere, but always we need a local partner and local integrator to be localized the partner and localize the company to do the business locally.
There we go, and Temple is definitely local, so we look forward to it. All right, again, it was great speaking to you, and do enjoy the rest of the
Absolutely,
conference.
thanks a lot.
All right, Temple family, it was Mr. Stephen Ma, CEO of Huawei. Not Huawei, it's Huawei.
Huawei.
Welcome to this annual breakfast, ministerial breakfast. And today the ministerial breakfast is being hosted and sponsored by Cable and Wireless Business. Emmanuel is Senior Vice President and Chief Corporate Affairs Officer for Liberty. He is responsible for developing and implementing Liberty's global regulatory strategy, public policy, government affairs, and internal and external communications. And so, ladies and gentlemen, honorable ministers, board of directors, it is my esteemed pleasure for you to present to you and for you to welcome Mr. Constance, who is now our featured speaker for this morning's breakfast. Let's give him a round of applause, CANTO style.
I'm really excited about this opportunity to get to know more of your region, the people, the prospects, and the plans for the future. As cable pioneers, we're curious by nature, and we always want to know what lies beyond the horizon. And this is a region full of opportunities. You may see the picture. Liberty Global was born in Denver, Colorado, the land of endless opportunity. First of all, I would like to thank CANTO to invite me to speak to you at this occasion, the 32nd version of this high-level conference. It is our mission to empower our customers to enjoy the benefits of the digital revolution. Our scale allows us to invest and to innovate to make this possible. None of us can imagine a world without broadband telephony or video. Digital connectivity transcends borders, and in order to answer the irresistible desire of people to be connected with faster, better, and more extensive digital experiences, we and the industry, legislators and regulators, have to transcend borders too. The Liberty Global family of companies is ready to join you on that journey. Thank you very much. Open up.
Hi, I'm John Reed, Chief Executive Officer of Cable and Wireless Communications, and I'm attending the 32nd annual CANTO convention here in Puerto Rico. CANTO is really the only official vehicle through the Caribbean that gives operators, politicians, regulators, and trade partners that vehicle for getting together, exchanging ideas, discussing issues that are complicated and complex. And this week is a good example of that. This is a very critical time for our industry, and I think that CANTO does a very good job of harnessing all those different voices and those different stakeholders through the region, and we see this as a critical must-attend event every year, certainly from the convention perspective. Well, we see continuous investment in the region. We see certainly on the wireless or on the wireline side, identifying those opportunities for growth, and data consumption basically drives our investment strategy in every country. And so we certainly see that as continuing and upgrading our network. As I indicated, we also want to sort of turn the eyes back to the Caribbean and sort of focus on some of those differentiated cultural nuances that the Caribbean brings to the world. And I think we're in a very special position based on our infrastructure, our network, and now being part of a global fabric that we can do that better than anyone.
Bienvenido a Puerto Rico. You know where we are in Puerto Rico at CANTO's 32nd annual conference. Sitting next to me is Mr. Manuel Constam, the Senior Vice President, right?
Correct, yes.
At Cable and Wireless. How are you this afternoon?
Hello, good afternoon. I'm actually Senior Vice President, Chief Corporate Affairs Officer at Liberty Global, the new company that owns Cable and Wireless, recently acquired Cable and Wireless.
Right, before we get into that, let me just say thank you for the partnership that you would have had with Tempo. It's 10 years, we've just turned 10, and in fact, the first company that would have partnered with Tempo is Cable and Wireless, and I'm sure my chairman, is definitely appreciative of that, and we look forward to doing much more work. Now, you did mention that your parent company is now Liberty Global, and obviously it is a merger that benefits both companies. But what is the benefit to the Caribbean, particularly as it relates to, our culture and music and cuisine, tourism?
Well, Liberty Global is a worldwide company which has a long history of investing in broadband networks, in broadcasting, in television, in digital and interactive television. It is a lifeline for households, and so for political leaders it's very important that that's well taken care of. We recognize that, and CANTO is a unique platform to bring the industry, political leaders and regulators all together. It's actually my first time. I've never been here before, so after 30...
Welcome, it's mine as well.
But it's very well organized, and it's a great event.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Constam.
You're very welcome.
It was great speaking to you.
Great speaking to you.
All right, Tempo family, again, we are here at CANTO, 32 years, annual conference. So keep it locked right here on Tempo. When we come back, it's more CANTO. Hey Tempo family, it's Igela Rita. You already know where I am in Puerto Rico at CANTO's conference. It has been amazing. Registration has been smooth. Thank you, CANTO, for that. Last night we heard from the CEO of Huawei. It's not Huawei, all right, Mr. Stephen Ma. And today we're going to find out a lot more about technology and telecommunications and how impactful it is to an artist's life. I've actually heard about hackathons, so I'm going there now. So stay with me. All right, let's go find out some more things. Great information here at CANTO. Ensure that you all come down next year, all right? So tell me about your program, Hackathon.
Well, the Hackathon, it's a part of the entire CANTO conference, and it's where we, the developers, are given a problem that we have to solve within 48 hours. So within that period, you must have at least 2 people working on the problem if you have a team of 3. So they gave us 2 options. I don't think I can give you the details until the presentation, but basically we are asked to develop a solution to the problems, and we are asked this year to use a platform called Candy.
Right, so you say you're developing solution, or you're developing something else in particular alongside solution? Is it like an app, or are you developing?
Well, right, so the solution could be an app, it could be a web page, it could be both.
Okay.
So it depends on our creativity and the time we have.
Got it. Alright, what islands do we have here? Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, in this hackathon.
Yes, in hackathon.
We have Trinidad and Tobago, we have a team from Belize, you can see their flag there. We have a team from Suriname and a
We
team
need our
from...
flag here, man.
Yeah. And a team from the Bahamas.
Okay. Alright, so it's 4, that was 4
teams, but
4 islands.
these 4 teams came from a much wider pool, so they initially had competitions in each island where teams from, let's say, Trinidad and Tobago would submit video proposals and code, and the best of each island was chosen.
So when do they announce the winners?
So the hackathon ends on Tuesday at around 3 p.m. and at that time each of the teams will have something called a pitch, where we're supposed to pitch the solution to investors, and after the pitch we have the judging and the winner will be announced.
Alright, so all the best tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Alright, Tempo family, you've heard from Jesse from Trinidad and Tobago. We are here in the hackathon booth. If you realize, everyone is just concentrating because they definitely want to win this competition that is announcing tomorrow at 5 p.m. Right, we have 4 countries competing: Trinidad and Tobago, Belize, Suriname, and Bahamas. So keep it locked right here on Tempo to find out who won. Right.
Hi, I'm John Reed, Chief Executive Officer of Cable Wireless Communications, and you are watching Tempo.
Welcome to Puerto Rico. Here we are in San Juan, and we're at the 32nd CANTO Conference and Exhibition. My name's Julian Wilkins, and I'm chairman of CANTO. I've been chairman for the last 18 months. This is my 2nd conference as chair, and it's been a great conference. We've got just over 500 delegates attend. It's been fantastic. One of the things that's come out of the conference, which I'm quite passionate about, is the code of practice for safeguarding the open internet. And this is something that's been developed for some time through the Regulatory Working Committee. And during the conference on Monday, we had at least 10 operators sign the code of practice. And this is a really historic moment for CANTO in that we're committed to the open internet. We don't believe in blocking. And to get small, medium, large operators to sign, it's been really great. What's really important about it is that it's industry-led regulation. For the first time we've got together, and it's a voluntary code of practice. So as we go forward with convergence, the code of practice addresses the requirements for net neutrality, and it shows a balance between the customer and what the operator needs to look after its network. The one major takeaway I would take away from the code of practice is really the fact that it's a balance. It looks after the user's requirements, you know, in terms of using the internet, and it safeguards their interests. But at the same time, it allows the operators to manage their networks, because at the end of the day, it's all about innovation. We want to make sure that we maintain innovation. We've got some great innovators in the Caribbean, and it's important we have the right environment for our consumers. So there's an important bridge between the code of practice and innovation. That's the theme of this conference, Inspiring ICT Innovation. We'll say, when we talk about the future of CANTO, then look no further than our Secretary General, Teresa Wankin. We promoted her just a few months ago, and she's really taken the mantle, and the whole staff are excited, and she's doing a great job. And I think she's really going to take CANTO forward, well into the future.
Hi, I'm Teresa Wankin. I'm the Secretary General of CANTO. I started at CANTO about 15 years ago as a research officer. Actually, my first conference was in Puerto Rico. I liked what I saw then, and I decided to stay on. I moved up from research officer to operations manager, and then recently to Secretary General. CANTO as an association provides a platform that brings all stakeholders together. I have my own vision for CANTO, and that vision is to be the only platform that brings stakeholders together to dialogue, network, and to do ICT business, not only in this region, but all over the world. Anyone in ICT is a stakeholder of CANTO. So from the carriers who are also our members, our core members, plus anyone who sell or who deal with ICT equipment in the region is a stakeholder of CANTO. We also have regulators and policymakers. Coming out of this conference, there's a clear call for more collaboration and dialogue between all stakeholders. So that is one of the things you would see going forward with CANTO. More collaboration, more dialogue. There's also a clear call for more innovation in the region. And that is something not only close to CANTO's strategic objective, but my own personal objective is to ensure that we spur innovation and we encourage innovation. And we're going to work closely with the youths in the region to develop talent and to hone talent and showcase it to the rest of the world. I would say whatever your love is, focus on it. Focus on your education. Education is the key to success. It does not mean if you're educated in one field, you have to stay in that field. But it gives you opportunities that you can do what you want to do and at any time you want to do it. So I think education is the defining factor. More so for our small island developing state, because it is with education you can make the choices that will take you anywhere you want to be. My message to career women include making a choice and sticking with it. Too often we find women, when we make a choice to have a career, and regardless of what field it is, we feel guilty because of that choice. There's nothing that says that a woman cannot have it all. I am a career woman. I'm a wife and I'm a mother, and I am the Secretary General of CANTO, and we make choices. No one says it's going to be easy, but if we want to have it all, we need to work hard towards it. So my message to women on the whole is to make your choices and stick with it. Not everyone will like your choices, but you are supposed to be comfortable with it.
Hello. Hi, I'm Marita. It's my first time here at CANTO.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well.
What we're very excited about is uniquely how to plug the S60, which you also beat videotaped.
I see. Hi, me.
Sensor.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
You can just turn.
That was definitely an experience.
Definitely.
Hi, I'm Julian Wilkins. I'm chairman of CANTO, and you're watching Tempo.
Hey Tempo family, it's Sigila Rita, and welcome. Bienvenido a Puerto Rico.
Well, that's great Spanish.
Oh, thank you. That's great English. Sitting next to me, introduce yourself to the
Well, I'm
Tempo.
Javier Rua. I'm president or chairman, both titles of Puerto Rico's Telecommunications Regulatory Board. We're the local regulator in Puerto Rico. We deal with consumer protection and also intra-company disputes. So we keep the companies in check and protect the consumer.
That's the legal side you're saying?
Yes, we are in charge of Puerto Rico's telecom marketplace. So the companies come to our forum, which is a regulatory forum and also a quasi-judicial forum. And they have their interconnection disputes, their tariff disputes, and also the consumer brings their complaints against their companies to us. They're telecom companies, wireline and wireless, cable TV companies, DBS companies, and ISPs in terms of pricing, quality of service, and that type of advertised speeds, internet speeds. So we those are our main calls of duty.
Tell us the importance of being, at a conference such like this. The importance. So how do you benefit from being at a conference like this?
Puerto Rico, I think, first, it's a great place to have this meeting because Puerto Rico is a cultural crossroads. So we're bilingual, bicultural, we're equally Latin American, equally Caribbean, and with a fair share of Americans. So it's a great place to hold conversations. Fun conversations and technical conversations. And Claro is, CANTO is a conversation. It's a hemispheric conversation between public and private players of the highest level. We have ministers from the English-speaking Caribbean, from the Dutch Caribbean. We have high-level executives from the region and from Europe and elsewhere. So it's a very, very high-level technical conversation where we all learn from our experiences and we can humbly share whatever we know also.
Oh, definitely. Well, it was great speaking to you. I'm about to go try, experience, and have some fun in Puerto Rico.
There's a matter of intellectual property rights, particularly as you talk about using the technology. And to ask the question, how easy is it for people to protect the intellectual property in the region? Doesn't protection in one country in the region extend that protection across the whole region? Does it extend that protection outside of the region? The second thing I want to raise is a matter of bankruptcy laws. I believe that the statistics used to show that most successful entrepreneurs did not become successful on their first attempt, but that they often became successful after 3 or 4 attempts. And each time a chap fails in our region, do we have anything to help that person recover, to be able to move on, or do we stick on him a big sign as for it, failure? Does our bankruptcy legislation help, or receivership legislation help, solvency legislation help that person to get a business restarted once they fail the first time?
I'm here at CANTO, the 32nd CANTO, 2016 here in Puerto Rico, and quite apart from the plenary sessions, we've been doing some panels. I've been on some meetings between the CANTO board of directors and the ministers responsible for ICT, telecommunications in the Caribbean. We're going back from CANTO. I think one of the things that we would really have achieved is this matter of getting the working group going to make sure that we have proper analysis, in order to make good policy in the telecommunications business. Of course, we've also discussed with the providers what plans they have to continue to invest in Barbados and to provide the services that we want them to provide in Barbados, and ways in which they intend to contribute to developing our youngsters in helping them to become more innovative and better entrepreneurs in this area of ICT.
Hey Tempo family, it's your girl Arita, and you know where I am, in Puerto Rico, bienvenido a Puerto Rico. Yep, here at CANTO's conference, and I must tell you that I have learned so much. I visited a couple of the booths today, and we're speaking to Cable and Wireless, Huawei, and it's always great to have in our presence, Guyana. Guyana got Tempo and Tempo got Guyana, right? Sitting next to me is the beautiful Minister Catherine Hughes. How are you?
I'm great.
And welcome to the Tempo family.
Thank you, Tempo. Great to be here talking with you.
Okay, great. So I know you are Minister of Telecommunications. You've recently been assigned Minister of Public Telecommunications. Tell us some of the initiatives you have planned as Minister.
Well, you know, telecommunications is a very important sector for Guyana. It was only in January of this year that we had a slight reshuffle and we actually created a ministry for public telecommunications.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that was because really we realized that maybe not enough emphasis was being put on the telecommunications sector.
Okay.
And that parts of the sector actually could be found in various ministries.
Right.
So I think this is a coordinated approach that recognizes that if we can provide broadband access, better connectivity throughout the length and breadth of Guyana, then we stand a much better chance of ensuring that all our peoples develop.
Right.
Guyana is a huge country, and as you can imagine, we have fairly good connectivity if you're on the coast, where the majority of the population lives. But then we have these beautiful interior locations in some of our hinterland areas where there's small communities and insufficient cell phone access and internet access. So it's very important for us, if we're talking about development and moving all our populations forward, that we ensure that we have connectivity throughout the length and breadth of the country.
What would you say has been beneficial thus far being at a conference such like this?
Well, you know, CANTO is extremely useful for us because on the telecommunications side of my work, we've just passed some new innovative legislation.
Okay.
And that legislation opens our market, our telecoms market, to a few more individuals and companies that can come into the market. We're actually now ending monopoly in the telecom sector. We do have Digicel in our mobile phone sector.
Okay.
And therefore, CANTO allows us the opportunity to really look at what other countries and other territories have done, some of the new initiatives that they are implementing. We're going to be, in the next few months, developing our telecoms authority that will manage spectrum, allocate frequencies, and also look at the development of the industry. So with the presentations, with the workshops, we're able to exactly, we're able to develop some very good contacts too. And we also, in terms of equipment and machinery, the service providers that are available here, gives us an idea of what's available as we look at developing our sector in the next couple of months.
Okay.
So it's very, very useful. Or the other thing too, as a minister, we've had about 3 or 4 sessions with ministers from the rest of the region.
Okay.
And really, I can't promote how important it is for us to be able to sit down and chat as ministers from the Caribbean region. We're able to develop policy. Right now, the ministers from the region are looking at developing a common ICT space within the Caribbean region.
Wow.
We talked today about ensuring that we reduce the cost of roaming. And the example within our islands. Yes, because as we were saying, you know, if it takes 45 minutes to get from Guyana to Trinidad and 20 minutes from Trinidad to Barbados, why are we paying so-called international roaming fees?
Yep.
So those are the kinds of opportunities
That'll be a
that
great
getting together
implementation.
allows us to look at these infrastructure and some of the challenges of communicating within the region. It's
Well, I
exciting.
do. Very. Especially for, you know, the consumer and when they hear this.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, at the end of the day, I think all our governments are committing to ensuring that in this new digital world, that we ensure that our Caribbean people are up to scratch, that they have the same opportunities, that they get good service for what they're paying for.
Right.
And so that's very, very important.
Okay. Thank you very much for sharing. From Guyana, again, it's Minister Catherine Hughes, the beautiful Minister Catherine Hughes, the Minister of Public Telecommunication. It was great speaking to you, and all the best as Minister in your upcoming years, and amazing personality, and we love you at Tempo already, I can't say.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
It's been my pleasure, and we're looking to getting Tempo down in Guyana.
Oh yeah,
we have
you
to
hear
work
that?
on that for sure.
See that Guyana got Tempo.
That's right.
Thank you again.
Thanks again.
I am Senator Darcy Boyce, Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister in Barbados. My responsibilities cover energy, immigration, telecommunications, and Invest Barbados. And you're watching Tempo.
Hey Tempo family, welcome back to CANTO's 2016 Bienvenido a Puerto Rico. I am here with the amazing Caribbean boss, my chairman, Mr. Frederick Anderson Morton Jr. How are you?
I'm great. Hola, ¿cómo está?
Oh gosh,
It stops at Bienvenido?
muy bien.
Right.
I guess I'll have to do some more Spanish while.
You're doing well, you're doing well.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm at CANTO, 10-year partnerships. It's been extraordinary.
That's great to hear. So all the conferences and meetings I would have attended, everyone was speaking particularly about content and how important it is. Tell us from your perspective the importance of content to technology or telecommunication.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that, because I actually think that the discussion isn't part of the discussion as much as it should be. So I actually am quite happy that you say that you're hearing it a lot more now. I mean, essentially for the viewing audience, in this technology space, you have what's called, essentially the pipes, and then you have the product that runs through the pipe. So as we build a superhighway and the infrastructure and broadband, and we get ourselves into a place where we can actually access that information in a quicker way, we have to really pay attention to building the right content, because without that life-saving water, we can't survive.
Since I met you at the registration booth, it has been such an amazing experience, and the food is amazing.
I know you like your belly, I know that.
At CANTO's conference, you could never go hungry, right?
That's true.
And I've met with Huawei and a number of persons and ministers.
So you met some good men?
I met some good man.
And they made some promises?
They made some promises, to us in the region.
Okay, good.
Not to me directly,
Right.
to me directly.
Okay, great.
Right, so, again, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you for having us
Indeed.
here at CANTO. Thank you for inviting me. And I hope everyone come out. It's Dominican Republic next year.
Yeah.
Believe me, it's going to be an amazing experience.
That's
all
right.
Temple family. Again, I've just spoken to our chairman, Mr. Frederick Anderson Morton Jr. When we get back, more CANTO.
Hi, I'm Leslie Rogers. I'm work with CANTO, began in Aruba. This is my fourth CANTO. First one was Aruba, then I went to Bahamas, then Miami, and this year, Puerto Rico. I work with Ms. Gail Edwards. We work in branding, food and beverages, and procurement, and it's working with CANTO. It's difficult at times. It's tiring, but the different personalities, the whole group, we have synergy. We work well together, and no matter how tired you are, your feet blistered, how completely exhausted you are, you have fun at all times.
I'm Dinora Baltazar from the island of Dominica. I have worked with CANTO before, but this is my first time working in an official capacity during the conference. It's great energy, it's hectic, but you really have this family synergy going. It's a friends and family type atmosphere. So it's a lot of fun. It's something that you can tell that everybody who works here is passionate about. And so you look forward to coming into work every day, that from top down, from the Secretary General to my team leader and to everyone who works as part of the team. It's just a fun, healthy working atmosphere, and I really look forward to it. Everyone is really passionate about what they do, but it takes a tremendous amount of organization and planning and dedication and logistics to really pull something like this off seamlessly. I mean, the beautiful thing about CANTO is that they make it look easy, but it takes a lot of planning to get the ball rolling.
Hey Temple family, it's your girl Rita. As you can see, it's many activities happening at Canto, so you're going to learn and be entertained. Yep, here at Canto. And standing next to me is Mr. Chris. You would introduce yourself to the Temple family better.
Hi everybody, I'm from Cyan.
Okay, Cyan.
Cyan.
At first when I came in and I saw Cyan, I thought it was Spanish, but then I found out something different, right? So Cyan is...
It's actually two words merged together. The word client and science. So there's meaning behind it for branding purposes.
See that? How creative is that? Science, client, and science.
So we are excited to be here and sponsor this event. Science is a very large engineering service provider. We have about 13,000 employees across 38 different global locations. And so for us to be here and be a part of this exciting Caribbean kind of region to begin building our business here was a very exciting time for us.
Okay, so as I mentioned before, you've been at Canto before, but you sponsored this year. What motivated you to play a larger role in participating at Canto?
So I think that the company realized how important it is to reach out and be a part of the community and to embrace the culture and get to know people in a very real way. And so the best way to do that is by being a part of and getting out in front, getting your brand out in front of this, in front of the people so that they learn more about you.
Well, thank you very much. Also, before I forget, I have it in my hand and it's just so comfortable. I got goodies, so I'm going to open and see what I got.
You're going to like it a lot.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Okay, help me out. It's so well put together. I just don't...
So this is a charger for your phone with our name and brand on it.
How cool is
They
that?
come in very handy. People use them all the time.
Yeah, on my way up here I actually said I need to get one of these chargers. So I do. So thank you, Science. Alright, when you get back, it's more Canto. Keep it locked.
I'm delighted to have everybody here to present the Digicel Business Showcase for this morning. So our theme this morning is transforming governments for the future. Everybody seems to know who Digicel is, so I'm going to dig in a little bit and give you an overview of who Digicel Business are, because not so many people know about Digicel Business. Digicel Business was obviously formed at the same time as Digicel were, and we started out by selling corporate postpaid plans to all of our customers, all our enterprise customers. At this stage, we have, out of the 6,000 people that work in Digicel in the region, about 750 of them are dedicated Digicel Business staff. We have 350,000 subs on the corporate base and about 60,000 customers. We now have fixed networks in 11 countries, passing tens and tens of thousands of customers. So in the last number of years, we have invested significantly, up to $1 billion, in our fixed assets, which is really transforming the way our customers can consume data, not just on a mobile basis, but also on a fixed voice and data basis. The second arm of our business is infrastructure and cloud services. We now have a full suite of cloud services that we're delivering to our customers right across the region.
Some regulators and policymakers in the Caribbean feel a sense of urgency to intervene because net neutrality rules have been introduced in the US. The concept is all very novel and all very sexy. Net neutrality is like the new chick on the block that everybody wants to quote, regardless of whether or not she's making sense. However, there's actually no urgency and there's no evidence that intervention of this kind is required. The bottom line is that we need large and sustained investments in broadband networks in emerging markets to make sure all of our people in the region can be connected. Somebody has to pay for these investments. Restrictive net neutrality binds us to a commercial model that doesn't help us to address this problem. We've already established that raising prices for consumers is not the way to go. Therefore, there must be some flexibility and some commercial freedom afforded to operators to design offerings that suit the different needs and pockets of their consumers, and to give them the freedom to enter into commercial arrangements with internet companies. And most importantly, there must be some impetus to move these companies to come to the table with us. So I think at the end of the day, we need to forget all the noise, and we need to address all the fundamental questions. What do we want for ourselves as a region? And are we putting the policies in place to achieve it? Let us have a proper policy-driven discussion as to how we can seek the interests of ourselves as a people. Thank you.
Our next featured speaker needs no introduction. So please welcome the chairman of CANTO of Digicel Group. I beg your pardon. Obviously, I need new glasses. The chairman of Digicel Group, Dennis O'Brien. Please give him some applause.
Julian, that was a meteoric promotion for me. on my first visit to CANTO, I'm the chairman. Even if for 2 seconds. Honourable ministers, regulators, delegates, ladies and gentlemen, friends, good morning to all of you. I'm delighted to be here, and thank you very much for this opportunity. At the outset, I'd like to congratulate Julian as chairman of CANTO, the board of CANTO, and the entire CANTO team for their efforts in organising this conference. I also wish Teresa every success in her new role as Director General. She comes at an exciting time for CANTO. These are the most challenging times that our industry has ever faced. This is why I want to come here to speak to you today. The health and well-being of our industry is under serious threat. These concerns are shared by almost all of the telecoms operators in the developing world, particularly the developing world, and particularly those in Africa and the underdeveloped parts of Asia. This is a time of enormous change in our industry. The traditional boundaries that once established the distinct markets and the market players have all but disappeared. Not very long ago, consumers bought fixed voice and broadband services from one company, mobile phone services from another, and TV services from another again. Today, companies like Facebook and Google provide voice, video, text communications. Google powers millions of smartphones with its own software, Android, and internet companies stream video and TV. It's a free-for-all. They compete with traditional local newspapers and local retailers and advertisers in everything from selling content to advertising hotel rooms. If you use Gmail account, it's difficult to change your email address and move away from Google. This huge market power continues to grow unabated, and many instances of this ever-increasing dominance is supported by poor regulatory policy. Despite the massive growth of the internet giants who engage and thrive in our Caribbean region, unfettered and unconcerned by national regulatory and national taxation measures, almost all the debates that we have in the region today seem to be entirely driven towards additional regulation for the telecoms companies. It's not as though Google or Facebook or Viber need the help of regional regulators to allow them to compete with telecoms companies. But this is what is happening as we speak. Far from seeking to create a level playing field in this converged environment, We feel that the recent trend in Caribbean regulation serves only to make this huge imbalance even worse. It's a time really for some big thinking, some fresh thinking, so that the people and the economies of the Caribbean region can truly benefit from the digital revolution. All I ask is that the policymakers here today support us in this endeavour. Again, thank you all very much, and let me wish you a very successful few days ahead of you at this CANTO conference. Thank you very much.
Welcome back to CANTO 2016. Now we've heard from Mr. Stephen Ma, the CEO of Huawei, and now I am with his right hand, Trisha Henry, who is actually from my homeland, Trinidad and Tobago. Very proud. How are you, Trisha?
I'm very well, thanks.
And what part of Trinidad are you from?
I'm actually from San Fernando.
Oh, really?
You're from Southland of Trinidad.
Believe it or not, I'm from Chatham.
Oh my goodness, yes.
So that's
you're
like
really from
deep,
South.
deep, that's like deep, the end, deep south. While we have been present at CANTO for a number of years, and you all actually were and is currently the headline sponsor for 2 years, right? Tell us what Huawei would have benefited from CANTO, because I mean you graduated to headline sponsor, so what you would have benefited from CANTO from the previous years and what not?
I think it has really been a journey and a learning experience for us at CANTO. So this is actually, I believe, our 5th year in total of sponsoring the event. Huawei has actually been operating in the Caribbean for about 15-16 years or so. In Trinidad and Tobago, we've been operating. This year is actually our 10th anniversary in Trinidad and Tobago.
Tempo's 10th year anniversary.
Right. So you understand,
birthday.
thank you. You understand how exciting it is for us. And what we really look at organizations, we're a member of CANTO as well. We also look at organizations like CANTO as an opportunity for us, as I said, because we're a global company, we really, really believe in relationships. And the best way to build relationships is to be part of an organization that helps those relationships flourish. CANTO is one of those organizations. So we really felt the need to take a more participatory role, a bigger role in CANTO as we developed and as we grew. So as I said, over the years, we've been gold sponsors, and last year we took the lead to the headline sponsor because we really believe that this event has the opportunity for Huawei to, as I say, build relationships. That's very important for us.
So come on to CANTO next year, and thank you very much, Trisha. It was great speaking to you, and do enjoy. And congratulations again on the best exhibit. All right, Tempo family, when we get back, it's more CANTO.
I want to welcome all of you here today because you guys are basically stimulating Caribbean-made innovation. Little over 2 years ago, a young group of individuals went before the board of CANTO to tell them something. That there's an opportunity out there. There's an opportunity for the Caribbean and for the young people in the Caribbean. A grave opportunity that goes far beyond what we have today. And CANTO did give us that opportunity. And now, 2 years later, we are at CANTO Code 2.0. And we have some amazing presentations lined up by some of the best developers in the Caribbean. We have had enough talking. We're sick of talking. We want to show you guys what we can do, what your boys and girls can do. In 2 days, they have challenged themselves to solve problems which they will present to you today. So I want to thank Teresa and invite her up here on the podium to say some words on behalf of the CANTO.
We always wanted to bring out the talent in the region because as operators operating in the different countries of the region, what we found that there were several pockets of talent, but no regional concept of the talent and no regional project that would bring the talent out to the forefront. And that is why the hackathon was born. This is just our way of recognizing the youths. We are in this ecosystem now. We need to nurture these talents that we have. And I know this, I'm very passionate about this. I may not be around you guys a lot, but I know the next best thing is going to come from this region. And it's going to be developed in CANTO.
Our region has only been known for sun, sea, sand, sports, and for being friendly people. All of us in this room today know that we're equally as bright as everyone else. Now, I know it's people outside of the Caribbean takes it a bit for granted because, like, why are you pointing that out? The reason why we're pointing that out is there's always been a struggle for us to be able to get an opportunity. And so the reason why we do this and the reason why I support this because I want to show the world that we've got very, very talented people.
Without further ado, I want to bring up Team 404 from Suriname.
My name is Yuri Liu. I'm a software engineer from Suriname. Does everyone know where Suriname is?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. I'm here together with my teammates, Yurian Amat Sahib and Vishal Mathura. Bam! That's a car accident. Imagine you're in a car accident right now. What would you do in such a situation? Who are you gonna call? Not the Ghostbusters. You're gonna call 911. One of the problems with 911 is that it is a conventional way of handling the emergency calls, That's why we're here today to introduce to you Call 911. Call 911 is an application with a modern take on handling emergency messaging and emergency calls.
My name is Moses Pierre Paul. I'm one of the database managers at the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute. I'm on Team Barcode along with my awesome friend and colleague Edison are in the back. Say hi, Edison. And we're representing the Bahamas. Imagine if you could have instant access to your coworkers while on your computer. Introducing Directly. It gives you direct communications with your coworkers. Directly is a telephone directory, an electronic one that floats on your desktop along with your other windows. So as soon as you want to reach out to somebody, a quick switch, and you could search for them instantly, and you could contact them.
We are Team Coded. My name is David Alfaro. I am a computer system engineer, and I am an educator in Belize.
My name is Javier Pitch. I am a patron of Mr. David Alfaro. Believe me, he gave me a really hard time over at school, right?
And the next guy, the third guy, behind the scenes is Dairaban. He's actually a software developer for the Social Security Board in Belize. And together, we are the Team Coded. What we want today is to show you an application that is actually able to reduce and cut costs in infrastructure, in equipment, in furniture, in utility bills.
It's called CallPoint.
Oh?
CallPoint.
CallPoint, guys, I really love this app. Guys, this really saves money and start seeing your profit with CallPoint.
Wait, hold on, please. I think this is really important. Each of us spent 48 hours giving our life energies into developing this thing. And I want to take some time to acknowledge the team members that I have. That's Jassy Ambrose and Keenan Walkins from Trinidad and Tobago. And in a sense, we represent more of our country than the group, really, truly, because there are other really talented people back home. So let's get straight into the presentation. So what is SAFER? SAFER is a real-time communication platform that helps coordinate disaster intervention and help loved ones communicate with each other. I mean, who doesn't want that? When there's trouble, think about all of the terrorist attacks. Think about the major hurricane that they had in Grenada, the same thing in Haiti. People want to know that their family is safe. Let's go on. So the problem is clear. There's no real-time actionable communications and no empirical method for emergency response and coordination. Now, I'm a scientist at heart and I really like data. My PhD that I'm doing is in big data science. And at the same time, there's no method currently for reviewing things that happened in the past. So we treat every disaster as if it's a chocolates in a box, it's a surprise. But it's possible for us to track this over time so we can make important and poignant actions in the future.
This is innovation at its Caribbean's best. And we need your help, we need your support. Everyone that's here in this room today, I hope we inspired you to do more and to give back to the youth, because we have everything at home. We don't need to go anywhere else than just look at our own communities and our own boys and girls. And I thank you all for being here. Thank you.
In fourth place, and it was close. All the points were within plus or minus 6 of each other. So it was really, really close. In fourth place, we have the team from Bahamas, Barcode. In third place, and it was tight, we have the team from Trinidad and Tobago, Team Rayora. In second place, drum roll please, these two teams were amazing. For second place, from the country, Belize, Team Coded. And I guess there's just one team remaining. But we'll still give them a drum roll. Come on, guys. The team from Suriname, Team 404.
Really good event. Congratulations to Suriname, the government, the team, the people, the hackers. Next year, look out for bigger, better program.
I'm Alex Stein with Candy.io. We sponsored the event and the prizes. And the applications that were developed this weekend were awesome. Big fans, and very excited for what came out. And hope to be here again next year.
I'm Keston Watkins, and I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm part of Team Rayora. I'm the team lead, and we had a great time at CANTO Code 2016. Things that I learned, one is understanding how to craft and tell the story. That's really, really important. Bringing the right and appropriate relevant information to the judges.
I am Jesse Ambrose and Team Rayora as well. What I really took from it is the experience, the mentorship. We got a lot of great advice, not just technically, but in terms of the business aspect. And we're looking to come again stronger and even better.
Hi, my name is Moses Paul.
My name is Edison Yuri.
Well, this is our first hackathon. Staying up was like the challenging part. Had to do a lot of redoing, doing over and over and over until we got something. But we're thankful for the opportunity.
We look forward to being back here next hackathon to take it all home.
The biggest challenge was using the Candy platform and using the APIs and the services to make a great product. So we had to really think how we could use all these APIs and all these services to make a great product.
Hey Tempo family, welcome back to CANTO 2016. It's your girl Arita and you already know where we are. Bienvenido a Puerto Rico. Sitting next to me is Mr. E.J. Saunders, the chairman and CEO of Dumas Semo Sanko. Did I say that right?
Dumas Semo Sancos.
Dumas Semo Sancos.
Well, I was formerly the director in CANTO. and I stepped down. But I guess most people in the Turks and Caicos would know me as the CEO of Digicel. I was the CEO for 9 years at Digicel Turks and Caicos. I'm also a director in Digicel Turks and Caicos by virtue of the fact that I'm the shareholder for Digicel Turks and Caicos and Digicel Play in Turks and Caicos. But the hackathon is more than just about CANTO, DSS, Pi Data. It's more about entrepreneurs from the Caribbean. And what I wanted to do is put them in a position where they've got the confidence that they can go and create a team, or they can say, I'm a team, they can create a company, or they can say to themselves, you know what, we're going to take this little project we did for the hackathon and turn it into our own little app and put it out there.
Again, thank you.
It's a pleasure. And give Mr. Morton my best. That I haven't seen him for a while, and I look forward to catching him.
Will do. You'll definitely see him. He's here at CANTO, always here at CANTO. All right, Tempo family, when you come back, it's more CANTO. Just first congratulate you on yesterday. I think it was a group of 4 guys.
3 guys.
3 guys, right?
Yes.
They would have won the hackathon yesterday. How do you feel about that, guys?
Very proud, very proud. They did a really good job. We're very proud of them. One of them is within my team at Telesur as well. Yes.
Tell us about Telesur.
Telesur, I'm currently the acting director of Telesur.
Okay.
We're a telecom operator in Suriname, just like TSCT.
Right, back home.
Back home in Trinidad. We have all type of services, and currently we're focusing a lot on innovation. That's why we're so proud of these guys that they won the hackathon.
Oh, and is it your first time here at CANTO?
No. It's not the first time at CANTO. Been to several CANTOs in the past, and really enjoy CANTO.
Oh, tell us, because you say you've been here numerous times. What would you say is the importance of a conference like CANTO? Or why are you here?
Meeting people like you,
right.
Meeting people from all over the Caribbean,
right.
Engage with them, look at business opportunities, and by doing so, we do not have to invent the wheel.
Right, got it. So that's very, very, that's a good point.
Yes.
Suriname got Tempo got Suriname. But let us know a little bit more about your company.
We have a TV station.
Okay.
We also have internet, mobile services, and all that stuff. And also with Tempo, because I really love Tempo. I really love what you people are doing. You are putting a lot of focus on Caribbean citizens, on what we're doing in the Caribbean, and it is so important. So also within Suriname, we need more involvement of that.
Our motto is, elevating and developing Caribbean, whether it be music, talent, cuisine, culture, tourism,
And we have a very rich cuisine in Suriname.
Oh yeah.
Yes, a very rich cuisine. I would love to invite you to experience that.
That would be
nice.
But
also, besides the cuisine, we have a lot of local artists as well.
Oh nice.
So,
I think we actually had some Suriname artists on Tempo on the countdown.
Yes. So it is also an area which I think that can create a bigger platform for them.
Oh, very well. Well, all the best to you in your future endeavors. And again, Telesur got Tempo.
Of course.
Whatever you need, we are here for you.
Yes.
All right,
Thank
so
you
it's
very
great
much.
meeting you.
Nice
I don't know if
meeting
you are, but I'm hungry. We could probably
I'm
grab
hungry
lunch
too.
together.
Let's
But
have a
go
bite.
have Hey Tempo family, welcome back to CANTO's 32nd Annual Conference 2016, Bienvenido a Puerto Rico. Sitting next to me is a very handsome and charming chairman of CANTO, vice chairman, of CANTO, Mr. Leon Williams. How are you, Mr. Williams?
It is good to be here, sitting next to a fine specimen of the female gender.
Oh God, thank you. Well, this year I've learned that we have over 500 participants here at CANTO. So it's definitely developed, as you said. What would you say is the importance of this particular or a conference like CANTO?
I think one of the original positions of CANTO, the rationale for CANTO was that we wanted to collectively, and you see the theme or the mission statement, the vision was many people, one voice. That was the theme that transcended for many years in CANTO. So we would go to the global forums, the ITU, and you would have the individual Caribbean countries voting, while you would see the Americas, Canada, the United States, all beginning to block vote. And so on many issues that would have been common to us, we voted independent on it. So the whole idea was to bring the Caribbean together and to have a single voice on the global stage. The telecommunications, ICT, broadband is the crude oil of the 21st century. It is what will drive sustainable growth of countries in the Caribbean. And unless the governments of the Caribbean get involved in terms of policy and equity, Caribbean nationals will continue to pay more for less.
So at your panel, I would have heard from yourself and also Honorable Darcy Boyce about the importance of content with regards to technology and telecommunications. Tell us your perspective of the importance of content to technology and telecommunications.
So we're deploying in the Bahamas IPTV, really supported and powered by Flow. Flow is throughout the Caribbean. One of the challenges that we have within the Caribbean is not, first of all, with the platform. But now we've got a platform. We've got Flow, we've got Tempo. So once we got Tempo and we got Flow, the other challenge was content. As Minister Darcy said, and I supported him, 110%. There's sufficient content. You've got Barbados Croppo, Carnival in Trinidad. You've got about 15 carnivals. You've got music throughout, music fests. You've got jazz festivals. And you've got any number of athletics, whether it be nationals in Jamaica, whether it be IAAF relays in the Bahamas, whether it be Carifta, swim meets or track and field. We've got the content. Now, how do we take and put that content together on a platform like Tempo and expose the rest of the Caribbean to that content? So how do we get people like Frederick Morton to be able to monetize that and make it a viable? So I don't think the problem really is the content. It's how do we get that content on, and how does the government of the Caribbean support an environment that will allow a tempo to flourish.
I have a gift for you. The ultimate Caribbean hat. So put that one on.
Let me put this on. How does it fit?
See that? Sharp. He's sharp as ever. See what I tell you all? Yeah.
I'm going to wear this for the rest of the day. How's that?
Oh, that would be great.
I'm going to walk around. People have never seen me in a hat before. So.
You look handsome. A lot of hats, and now he has the Tempo
and
Ultimate Caribbean
Now
hat.
I have the Tempo Caribbean hat.
All right, when we come back, it's more CANTO.
New thoughts with regard to how women are treated in the industry, how women are brought to the industry, and how we keep them in the industry. I'd like to help support CANTO, as I try to do every year, in bringing us back to thinking about the theme, which is still, until I think the end of the week, inspiring ICT innovations, building an entrepreneurial ecosystem through sustainable strategic partnerships.
Women in general, when you look at the statistics in terms of entrepreneurs, they don't like to borrow. A man would take that risk and get bankrupt and start up again. A woman wouldn't. So you kind of need a safety net if you want to encourage girls to do it. So when you're looking at capital investment, etc., the policy has to be driven by, we're encouraging that, we'll fund you, we will help you, and we'll also give you the training program, the mentorship, that lean in, that if you think that you can't do this on your own, the policy has to be that type of framework.
Are we teaching our children to be entrepreneurs, or are we teaching our children to work for people? And there's nothing wrong, because somebody has to work for people. but even in working in a business, that to see a business potential in a business. Now, as far as policy is concerned, one of the things that I do advocate is that policy has to be set in such a way that sometimes it's not just geared to a particular gender. But what we need to do is to train our girls to see the opportunity, so that when these grants, etc., are open, that whether boy or girl, that you see the opportunity, but that women will actually go towards that opportunity.
And I want to say to the women in the audience who feel that they have to choose a career or they have to choose a family life, I have both a career and a family life, and I've never once felt that I had to sacrifice one for the other. And that is what we have to move towards. We have to move to giving women a choice, and they can make that choice and feel comfortable and do not have to apologize for that choice that they're making. And then we would have made progress, even as the fields and the playing fields change.
I've had an amazing time, 3 days. You know, it's unfortunate I have to come to an end today, but I had, you know, a lot of fun, and I would have met and spoken to the head of CANTO and also exhibitors, ministers, you know, so it definitely was an amazing time.
So you would say that, you know, I'm the one who invited you, so I feel responsible. Would you say that my invitation was a good one?
It was a great one. Thank you for inviting me. It was great being here, you know, because I was entertained, as you will see, well educated about technology and telecommunications, and you know how impactful it is to me as an artist. And it was entertaining. You said I would not be hungry, and my belly is important, and I was not hungry.
That's true, that's true. You know, one of the biggest things that I wanted you to experience here is the people, you know, and the leadership in particular of CANTO and some of the other organizations that has been a staple here at CANTO. And I know you got a chance to meet some of them. So from Julian to who did you meet?
Who is the chairman of CANTO, Teresa Watkins, who is the
Secretary General. She just got into that spot. And congratulations, Teresa, for your first CANTO at the helm. It really was fantastic.
It was beautiful. It's my first time, and I definitely enjoyed it. Teresa, Stephen Mann, who's the CEO of Huawei.
Right.
I met Leon Williams, who's the vice chairman of CANTO.
And
an amazing human being.
Exactly, great citizen of the world, Mr. Leon Williams. Right. Certainly, next year I think that you know you're inspiring being here as an artist and as a content creator. You know, bringing forth our talent in the region is so important to Tempo, our creative industries, and it is the content that will fuel the pipes of the infrastructure that the folks are trying to build, you know, in ICT. So Dominican Republic, get ready for the CANTO, get ready for the Tempo. We're there next year, the 33rd annual conference in the Dominican Republic. Dominica, we love you too, but it's in the Dominican Republic next year. And thank you again. You know, keep it locked right here to Tempo, where we bring you all the wonderful things about the Caribbean. It's about you, and this one is about technology and you, CANTO, 32nd Annual Conference.
2016. Adios.
Adios.
se la llevaron para el hospital. Got a real party for you tonight, but I just wanted to say just a couple of words and really thank each and every one of you for your participation at this conference. I think you'll agree we've had a really exciting conference, and all I want to say is 16th of July 2017, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. Hasta luego.
Cortaron Elena, se la llevaron para el hospital. Todo el pueblo murmuraba antes del juicio empezar. Sacaran de aquel palo que lo iban a matar. Cortaron Elena, y se la llevaron para el hospital.